Hey everybody, it's the 6th of November 2021. Most of you are probably familiar with this guy, David Stamm. I had his mugshot. I never got around to doing a video on him. Some other information I was trying to find out and I never got to it. But since he's committed suicide, we won't be doing his video. I think the DA put out a presser with a bunch of background on his case, which is pretty horrific. And then I've talked to other people that said that, he seemed like a nice guy. Anyways, he's not the subject of today's video. I've got a gentleman by the name of Jason Rutt that some of you might remember from 2014, had entered someone's home on Acorn, apparently had burglarized a number of houses. In this particular case, they said that the door was open. In the story I was reading, I think an interview with a family member, and said that there was mental issues with Jason Rutt, and he was 29 at the time. A few years have gone by. But he went into the house. He proceeded to make himself some food in the kitchen and ended up in like one of the kids' rooms or something, and was feeding them bananas, the toddlers. I think it was two. It might have been one. I'm just trying to recollect here. But that was back in 2014, and he also had another burglary case that showed up in 2014, and one was in July, one was in November, and then he kind of fell off the radar for a couple of years. I think he probably had gone to prison because he does have a parole violation after parole violation from here on out. But going into 2017, we have March, June, August, we have October, November, and then there's there's a couple more cases in here. But violation of parole, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of controlled substance, loitering with the intent to engage in drug activity, more violation of parole, giving false information to peace officer, piddly crap, because he probably didn't want to get harassed and end up going back to jail for something for violating his parole. Under the influence of controlled substance, threaten a school officer or employee. Didn't see a lot of violence in here, but breaking into people's house is an act of violence to me, because that's their personal domain and their kingdom, so to speak. But so then more drug charges, loiter, prowl, wander on a public on a private property. We got a bunch of stuff in 2018 going down the list, and then it looked like he fell off the radar again. So then we've got the most recent, which is in the, he's been booked. He's in the county jail. He's got a $100,000 bail. For burglary in the first degree. He's got burglary in the second. He did have a prior attempted burglary, whatever that is. And then obstruction of justice, basically, obstructing an officer, possessed burglary tools. He's got a history of burglary, so I have to ask, how many more times do you let a guy like this out? Is he going to end up in a situation where he starts leaning towards violence? Because if he's got drug issues, that could happen. And I wouldn't want to see somebody either in their house. In the case that he'd gotten arrested for originally, when it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, talk about a nightmare. You wake up and there's someone in your kid's room, and he apparently likes to go around schools. PGPD had a fun time. I think they spent half a day trying to track the guy down. He was wandering around out in the forest. But to go in and then make him, he took a shower while he was there too. That was the other thing I forgot to bring up. But to go spend time with their children, I mean, that, I don't know, that's a different level of burglar than I'm aware of. Because if I walked in and there was a burglar in the house, or somebody, the burglar you would think would tend to flee if he heard noises. Not this guy. He goes, hell, I'm going to make a sandwich, take a shower, spend some time with the kids. And then, you couple that to his drug use, and I just have to ask, all these years later, what is his state of mind if in 2014 there's reference to him having mental issues? And why are we letting somebody like that out on the street time and time again? Anyways, Monterey arrested him. He's 37 years of age now, and hopefully he won't be able to make bail, and a judge will lock him up and throw him back in prison for a while. But I'm going to post his mugshot so you know who he is. You might have seen him around town. And take care. Peace out.